So now the final of the men's 1500 meters T38. And this should be another interesting one. Luis Radius, we've already seen in contention 4 medals this week. Juan MEDINA, Valencia, also of Colombia. Mitchell Chase, who was in the Pan Ams in Toronto during the Canadian Summit. Now, is this a man who will become a big name in Australia? Bronze in the 1500 meters, Deon KENZIE. Sorry for the chuckle a few moments ago. I'd put my notes away saying, well, that's fine, that's my work done for now. Well, Deon KENZIE's work involves that bronze in this in Lyon 2 years ago. Abbes SAIDI holds the world and championship records, and he is in this final. World record set in 2005 in New London in the United States. Championship record in Lyon 2 years ago. So Deon KENZIE, 19-year-old, who has a 17-year-old, won bronze in Lyon.
Drawn on the outside in 9, fastest man in the field at 4:06.60 from Australia, Deon KENZIE.
Fastest man in the field, but it doesn't count as a world record, as it wasn't in an IPC vetted race. It would have been on the normal IAAF circuit. Basile MEUNIER. Will there be more Belgian salutes on the podium afterwards? Fourth in the 8 and the 15 last year. Mitchell Chase, gold in the 1500 meters in the Pan Ams in Toronto. Bronze there for Juan MEDINA, Valencia of Colombia. Abbes SAIDI of Tunisia. Silver in the 1500 meters in Lyon. Silver in the 400 in the previous 2 Paralympic Games in Beijing and Athens. Championship debuts for Austin Handley of the United States. And for Daniel HYNA of the Czech Republic. And for Angel Moises ENRIQUEZ TORRES of Mexico. Luis Radius, bronze in the 800 behind Michael McKillop earlier this week. Silver in the 1500 meters for the Europeans. There's only other medals coming back from the World Championships in 2006. McKillop had to step up to the T38 final. But those competing here breathing a sigh that they all have a good chance of gold here. It's Radius, ENRIQUEZ, TORRES, HYNA, HANDLEY, SAIDI, MEDINA, Valencia, Chase, MEUNIER and KENZIE in the T38 final of the men's 1500 meters.
And I just spoke to the Australian team. They said Deon, after his fall earlier in the week in the 800 meters, they said it's really hardened him up. He's gotten over it, and he's really keen here to get up in those medals.
Did you ask him if he was happy that McKillop wasn't in this final?
I didn't get to speak to him. He was already in the call room, but the Australian team, I'm sure, would say, if we're asked, that he would be happy McKillop wasn't here, because we saw his class in the previous race with him just hanging around until he needed to go home.
And in the zone 2, leading the way then for Tunisia is Abbes SAIDI. Second place for France is Radius. Third for Australia is KENZIE, and fourth at the moment for Mexico. As you guessed, they had somebody in this, Angel Moises Enrique Torres. 3 laps to go, tightly bunched at the moment. The Belgian Basile MEUNIER is just falling off the back.
So it is Abbes SAIDI who still leads out in front from Radius. Bronze medalist over 800 meters here in second place. Deon KENZIE in third place, who was a bronze medal winner back in 2013. They're stretching their legs out a little bit now in the back straight. The Mexican there still staying with him in ENRIQUEZ TORRES, but there's a little bit of a gap developing back to 5th place, although the gap is trying to narrow now by that pack of chasing 4. But it is the same as they go around the bend with 150 meters to go on this second lap, when they'll have 2 laps remaining. Abbes SAIDI, who leads in first place. In second place, it is Radius of France, and Deon KENZIE in third as they come into the home straight with 100 meters remaining in this. Deon KENZIE happy at the moment, you think, with the way things are progressing?
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty happy to sit there in third position off the shoulder of the top 2 boys. And really, he knows he's got the best time in the field. He knows he probably has a better sprint than most of them. So happy to sit there, listen, watch, feel how the race is going, and make his move when he feels comfortable.
Well, it's Tunisia in 1, France in 2, and Australia in 3, with Mexico in 4th position, and the rest are starting to tail off. So it looks like it is a race between 4 at the moment, as Saidi really gets out in front now. But here comes Deon KENZIE down the back straight. KENZIE moves up into 2nd place. He now moves up into 1st place, and we have a new leader through Deon KENZIE from Abbes SAIDI in 2nd and Radius in 3rd. But the top 2 are starting to move away. But here comes Radius back into the contest. He's trying to get back up there, but Deon KENZIE holds them off with another short burst and around 150 metres remaining on this first lap. So it's now Australia in 1st place. In 2nd place, it is the man who has won it, his silver medal back in 2013 from Tunisia, Abbes SAIDI, and in 3rd place it is France with Radius.
Yeah, Radius still in with a chance of glory here for the French, but leading the way for Australia, heading towards the bell. It is Deon KENZIE now for Tunisia. Saidi on the outside. Man who won silver 2 years ago makes a big move past the bell, and Radius is in 3rd place. The Mexican ENRIQUEZ TORRES is in 4th. There was a little bit of a fight back from the Australian there, but Saidi still holding the advantage with KENZIE in 2nd place. Radius certainly not out of it yet. Is he on his way to his 2nd bronze medal of the week? It's still very tightly bunched between these 3, and these are the 3 medalists now as they're 50 metres ahead of the Mexican ENRIQUEZ TORRES. And on the outside, Deon KENZIE begins to kick again, but what a battle. Abbes SAIDI holding him off. It's a real sprint finish here. Saidi still leads. The move at KENZIE hasn't worked for the time being, but he still has 150 in which to try it again. Radius is in 3rd place. Radius trying to go on the outside now. Radius has the kick. KENZIE's had a little look around and realises the Frenchman is the other side of him. Now he's going to have a go at the leader, the Tunisian. It's Saidi who leads in the closing straight. Here comes Luis Radius on the outside. Saidi gritting his teeth, going for home, and Saidi gets the win. Radius in 2nd and KENZIE in 3rd. Tunisia, France and Australia, and it's 4:09.92. It's a new championship record. It's one of the fastest of all time, and it's Abbes SAIDI who gets the gold ahead of the Frenchman Radius. What a gallant finish it was, and in 4th place in the end for Mexico's ENRIQUEZ TORRES, and in 5th for Canada Mitchell Chase, and 6th over the line the Colombian MEDINA Valencia. And you can see the humidity is playing a big part again. HYNA in 7th place for the Czech Republic, but any one of the top 3 in the end could have taken that.
Yeah, I think it was just who played their cards right in that final lap. We saw Saidi, Radius and KENZIE of Tunisia, France and Australia. They were really that lead pack for the whole race. They had about 40 metres lead with 1 lap to go. They kept opening it up. KENZIE made a pretty good move with about 250 metres to go, and I thought he had enough speed to go past the other 2 boys there, but not to be. The other 2 kicked back, and KENZIE just finding himself lost in and around those 2 before the final straight, where in that bit, as we came into that final straight, he actually looked back to see where the other boys was. It was as if he was having flashbacks from that 800 where he fell over, thinking, if I fall over here, do I have enough time to get up and still get 3rd?
Well, it was 3rd for him anyway. Saidi on the outside, very confident movement. And then Radius had a big chance coming on the outside, moving up towards Saidi, having overtaken KENZIE. Radius then seeing that he'd have to move out towards lane 2, but the footsteps were heard by the Tunisian, and he had just enough in the tank to push forward and get home, and KENZIE back in 3rd, Radius in between in 2nd place. What a brilliant finish to this T38 final.
Haven't we seen some finishes in these championships? There has been some brilliant stuff. The heat has been brutal. And Saidi there, as he went across the line, he started to stumble. I thought he was going to fall when he did cross the finishing line, but he got there eventually in one piece.
Championship record for Saidi, 4:09.92. European record for Radius, 4:10.17. And Deon KENZIE in 3rd for Australia. ENRIQUEZ TORRES with a North American record in 4th place.